Well, just parked the car.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Beamer Barn. Back by popular demand, we're going to be fixing the X5 35i no-star auction car from the previous episode. If you didn't see, my neighbor bought this car, and it came as a no-star from the auction. He got it for a pretty good deal, and he had me put a starter in it, and I also did the crankshaft position sensor while we were there because it's a common issue. But now the car cranks over, but it doesn't want to start, and we diagnosed in the last episode that this was because of a faulty fuel pump. So the fuel pump has arrived. We're going to go ahead and stick it in the back of the car and hopefully get this thing started. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the car, no surprise fault codes or anything like that. And once it's running, we're going to get it to our friend, and he's going to enjoy the car and hopefully do great things with it. So let's get right into today's video. Well, we got out our old fuel pump, and you can basically tell which one's which, especially when you look at the discoloration in this plastic fuel line here. One thing is that the original BMW pumps, I guess they don't come with the fuel pump sealing ring. So we're going to have to reuse this from the old one, but otherwise everything that we need is in this new one here. And as we saw, some of the fluid, some of the fuel in the tank there looked a little bit cloudy, so it might need some fuel stabilizer. Something to keep in mind when you're buying a car from the auction is how long has it been sitting, how long and how old is that fuel. So something like Seafoam or fuel injector cleaner is a good fuel stabilizer and would help the car flush that old gas out and help the car run better. The other thing too I wanted to mention was that most BMWs have like a metal ring that would go on top here and you'd have to spin it, but this one I immediately noticed it's notched and it fits onto the fuel pump a certain way, so you have to fully remove the band clamp that goes around this thing, and then you'll be able to spread this thing open from the front here and then raise it straight up and you can get the fuel pump out. So we've got our new one here. Let's go ahead, drop it in, and get this car started. So we've got our fuel pump replaced, but the battery's dead. So I'm gonna pull my truck around to the front and we're gonna use some jumper cables to charge this thing up and then hopefully get it started. All right, let's see if she wants to start. Please, please, please. Please, 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 please. Oh, we got something. What the heck? Oh, battery's dead. Let's let it charge up a little more. Rev this baby up a little bit, try to get some more juice flowing. Alrighty, come on. First time it just had to prime, so second time's a charm. Oh, what a beauty! Let's go! Listen to that thing purr. Time for a quick test drive. These windows down. Nice, windows work. There's a little bit of saggy headliner right here though. Drive. Oh, parking brake is on. Put that down. Left front tire low. Passenger restraint. DSC X drive. Chassis stabilization. We don't like those codes. Hood's open. Heard that. Weird, feels, not giving a lot of gas, but it feels like something's maybe dragging. We're gonna do a quick short loop here, bring it back to the house and see what's up, because we have some parking brake light that is staying on, and we also have a X-Drive malfunction light. Maybe that's off now. Actually, that should be off now because it's an all-wheel drive car, and when you reset the battery and all that, it will have an X-Drive malfunction. And now it's telling me that I need to put my seatbelt on, so.
Moments later.
Well, just parked the car and that doesn't look good. Got some smoky smoke. Probably a valve cover gasket back there. Smoky, smoky. Seems to be running good otherwise. Coolant tank is getting hot. Got some fluid in there. Looks like it might be the wrong flavor though. That looks like lemon flavor. So that might need to be flushed. Got a healthy valve cover gasket leak, it looks like. Try to show you that on camera. Need to confirm that, but that's most likely the culprit. CHF fluid looks good. A little bit of a vacuum. To wonder if it might need some PCV service. Not too bad though. So let's go grab the scanner and see what's up with the parking brake. Let's also see if this AC works. I'll let you guys know if it's cold. Immediately cold, wow. Pretty nice. Hook up my iCarsoft scanner. We did have a restraint system fault, so let's see what that might be. Backrest lock for the driver's seat, weird. So that's causing our restraint system fault and our parking brake, let's see.
DSC and the EMF. DSC interface invalid. EMF control unit power faulty. So I wonder if we have a bad parking brake on one side or a bad control unit. But if we had a bad control unit, I don't think we'd be able to read the codes. So it sounds like we might have a bad parking brake motor on one side. Definitely felt like it was dragging. So steering wheel sensor fault, that was from resetting the car with the battery, and that's why we had the extra fault on. So the only fault codes that we have going on realistically are a tire pressure sensor. I need to see which one it could be. The restraint system has a fault as well. You can see that light right there. That's from the driver's seat. Looks like there's like a locking function or something that needs to be fixed. And the parking brake, like I said, I think we have a bad control unit, one of those motors that clamps the rear brake to engage our parking brake. So probably gonna have to get the car on my quick jacks and check out the wheels, check out the brakes, and see what the issue is there. And TPMS, probably just a sensor needs to be replaced. And then I'll have to look into that seat fault that we have.
But you know what? As far as the motor, this thing runs, so I am happy. Won't be needing this anymore. Well, I just jacked up the rear of the car here, and even though it's all-wheel drive, because of the differentials and stuff, you should still be able to roll the wheels. So I jacked up the rear of the car, and I was able to roll both wheels. And then I realized that this car doesn't actually have the electric motor parking brake in the rear, so I think it has like the cable-driven stuff with a motor instead. But I guess the grinding noise that we were hearing earlier was probably just the rusty rotors that was starting to come off. So we'll take it for a little bit of a longer drive here in a second. And I think that should probably be it. Obviously it still has some issues, but I think my neighbor, might have to take care of some of the stuff himself. So I'm glad that we got it running and it seems to drive, and I can't wait to show it to him.
Either this car is making like way too much boost, or there's some sort of something wrong with the charge pressure system, because it really seems to surge and then kind of kill itself back down. I understand the car's probably not been driven in a while, so adaptations could be weird, but definitely has boost though. There it is. Well, my battery pack died on my camera, so I want to make sure I got this, but definitely has a drivetrain malfunction here. Just appears to be misfiring actually, and as I was doing the pull, I was going to mention it could literally just be the fact that this is old gas, and of course car's not going to run good on old gas. That that coupled with old spark plugs and not having been driven in a while could all contribute it to that surging that we were getting, because honestly if it was a boost leak, we wouldn't be getting all that big power out of it. It would not give us power. So probably just needs a good old-fashioned tune-up for this car, along with maybe something related to the parking brake system, and then a driver's seat, and you'd have all the lights off on this car, and it'd be a pretty good pickup from the auction, I'd say. So not a bad car to have bought. So now I'm just gonna turn the car off and on again, and we should see that drivetrain malfunction go away. Probably the check engine light too. Starts right up, check engine goes away, and even the park brake went away. I wonder if it's just because it hasn't been used in a while. That's why it had the malfunction. I tell you, these cars, they need to be driven, guys. Look at that, no park brake malfunction. Put her in drive, take her for a drive. Beautiful. So no parking brake malfunction. I think that is just
awesome news. So seems like this car might just need a seat, and what's really cool is that it has the rear view camera. Isn't that crazy? But here, let me get this car parked real quick. And there you go. See, no more parking brake fault. All we had to do was use it a couple times, drive and cycle. No more check engine light. I guarantee you it's probably just old gas and old spark plugs. And yeah, there was some smoke earlier, but probably just leftover oil from the valve cover gasket that I'm sure is leaking. The tire pressure light, we know what that is too. It's just gonna be the tire pressure monitoring system. We have one flat tire, so I could easily reset that right now. It says front tire low. If it was a bad sensor, it would say that. It would say there's a malfunction. So, wow, seriously, there's probably less wrong with this car than we thought there would be. So that's going to conclude our video for today. I appreciate you guys watching, and those of you that said you wanted the update video, this is for you guys out there. And hopefully if you guys needed some help installing the fuel pump on your X5, this helped you out. But if you liked the video, go ahead and drop a like down below. Please comment what you thought. Maybe, like I said, maybe we'll buy our own auction car one day and we'll get one for a good deal and get lucky like our friend did today. And subscribe to the channel if you're new and you haven't yet. Hope everyone has an awesome day, and we'll see you next time.